Welcome back. Well, that's what we are focusing on this morning on the program. We've got Chief Uwazurike, who is a legal practitioner and the past president of Abia. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
Let's pick it up from the governor's comments there. But so many other people woke up this morning to see comments from the army that no, they shouldn't misconstrue that broadcast or that address as though that Operation Python Dance ends. So one then wonders, is this some sort of miscommunication on the part of when that broadcast went out?
Well, there was no miscommunication. The whole Operation Python Dance, or Uwazurike, as they want to put it, is a very clever ploy by some people to destabilize Abia State for just one purpose: to declare a state of emergency. Remove the governor for a time, put a military man there, and before you know it, the military man sitting as governor will simply go and crush the young people. So there's no miscommunication. The governor maybe is misreading what is going on. Fine, they had an agreement, but those people who brought those soldiers know what they're doing.
Well, you don't have any proof to that.
I'm only speculating. How can I have a proof? Am I part of the military?
There is no... Don't heat up the issues.
I'm not heating up the issue.
What we're trying to find out here now is that, is it that there was a communication breach, or the communication link was, there was a missing link between the communication between the governor and the military authorities for a statement like that to be made?
No. There was no missing link. There was no miscommunication. It's like somebody who has a predetermined line of action, and you have a meeting with him, and the man says, look, I'm still going on with my action. That's what the military told him.
So why did he why did he make the broadcast?
Because the governor believed they had an agreement. They had something they discussed, and they would stick to it.
Is it that after the discussion, the governor went away and then made the announcement, then the army says, no, that's not what we agreed on?
You know, when you go to discuss with some people, if you have a clean mind, you will discuss freely and you'll be bound by what you discussed. But if you have a predetermined end in sight, you allow everybody to talk. They will talk, but you have your way. That's the situation you have on the ground in Abia State. In simple language, military said, governor has spoken, but we are doing what we want to do.
But you know procedure, I mean, you're a legal practitioner as well. If that announcement were to be made and they comply, it's not the governor that will do it, is it?
No, the governor is not the commander of the army. We have only commander-in-chief of the armed forces, and only one person can order the soldiers out or in or to move anywhere. So the governor is chief security officer of the state, but only as far as the police is concerned. But the police actually does not obey automatically when the governor gives an order. The police clears with the president. But in military operations, there is only one man. It's Mr. President. So the governor had a meeting with the GOC, with everybody. They all agreed, yes, in the interest of peace, let us go home. Everybody go home. Everybody stop. Of course, the higher command will say, is that the order from your commander-in-chief? Who do you take instructions from?
Well, for those who may say, well, if they say that, that may be understandable, use that advisedly, but, you know, so a lot of things have happened. We're trying to see how they can sort all of this and not to worsen it. If the governor had waited, because in that same broadcast, we heard him say, yes, he intends to have meetings with the president to speak about all of those. Could it also be that maybe that meeting should have held first before he comes up with this announcement?
Well, there is no big deal about a meeting. A meeting can be held on phone. A phone conversation can solve anything you want to solve. As it is now, Abia State is boiling. As it is boiling, people sleep with only one eye open. We hear stories of those who are killed, those who are not killed. But there is a crisis in Abia State. And the governor has spoken. We had a meeting with those who came from outside. The GOC came from outside. A 2 division came from outside.
What do you mean from outside? They're Nigerians, aren't they?
Outside Abia State. The resident battalion is in Abia. And they've been the ones providing joint security with the police. And they're the ones mounting roadblocks. In fact, over a period of 5 kilometers from Umuahia town to the bridge, Imo Bridge, I don't know how many checkpoints you find. That is what they have been living under. But now when the 2 division came, They came with armored vehicles. They came with all kinds of trucks of soldiers and so on. By the time they moved around the street, everybody said, what is going on? Now we hear stories of killed or not killed. And what happened yesterday, according to the IPOB, they were attacked. According to the army, no, went there to ask the father of Nnamdi to produce him. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu is standing trial in court. He was taken to court by the Attorney General of Federation. The matter has been adjourned and is coming up soon. The military does not want to wait for that. The military goes to ask the father, where is his son? In other words, the army is the prosecutor, is the persecutor, is the judge, and is the jury.
Let's get to Markwe. She's got a question. Markwe?
Well, Mr. Uwazurike, we have to take you up on your very first comment. Are you talking from what you suspect will happen, or you're talking from the precedence of state of emergency declarations in this country?
Well, if you go back in history, you find that when Obasanjo was president, we had crisis in Plateau State, we had crisis in Ekiti. They all ended up in one way, military administrator. It's always this kind of generation of one issue or the other. People will think, oh, we have a constitution, oh, they won't do that. They first and foremost remove you and then go to the National Assembly to ask for confirmation. While they are fighting, you're outside. Somebody's sitting on your chair.